All right, what's up? This is day 2 of the second channel. Today I'm going to be watching or just reacting to this video here. Pull it up on the second screen. It is by HillerFit again. Hopefully he doesn't get mad at me for using all his stuff, but this video right here, Road to the Games 25.1, Bill Leahy. So, obviously Bill Leahy's been pretty big on his channel, on Hiller's channel, but Bill Leahy tore his Achilles in the 4th or 5th workout of the semifinal from 2024 from this year. And so I don't know anything about this, but I guess let's watch it. Hopefully I think he's planning on coming back and trying to compete again after his Achilles injury. So let's go. Right there when he tore his Achilles. I was like literally right here.
Keep going, come on, baby!
This is where it happened. It looked like he just fell apart, like hit a wall.
Baby, you're good. Come on.
But
Go, Bill, get over the line.
trying to see if you can see it. He knew too. Oh.
Now we're going to see who's going to be in that second position for heat number 2. We got a race between Exit and Boundary.
Bill, what's up? You look comfortable.
Hardly.
Tell me what's going on down here.
Technically, nobody knows.
What do you mean nobody knows?
Goal is the same. Go to the games.
Go to the games.
You figure the Achilles will be no issue, no big deal.
No, I never thought about it affecting me for next year. No. I mean, quite frankly, I feel like I've benefited a lot in a lot of ways with it.
How long has it been since the Achilles injury?
Literally, we are like right at 5 months.
How's that all been?
Good. Honestly, better than I could have
Can you
hoped
recover
for.
that?
What did you hope for?
I'm farther along than I would have hoped for at 5 months, and I was able to do a lot more so because I was trying to be creative with it and resourceful, but I was able to do a lot more and keep a lot more than I thought I would be able to.
What gives you an idea like what far along would be good versus bad? Because you said you're further than expected, so I don't know what good or bad is.
I mean, honestly, this injury is like similar to ACL, where it's like the typical year mark is when you get cleared.
Oh.
So, I mean, think about it in terms of that. I'm like 40% of the way there.
This is something I feel like I have not seen enough like high-level athletes doing, strict bar muscle-ups. I think he's probably maybe the first person I've seen actually do it. Maybe they do it, but they just don't post it. But I think this is underrated and probably one of the hardest things you can do in gymnastics. It's so hard. The fact that he's doing 5s of strict bar muscle-ups is insane.
And then you saw me this entire weekend, you wouldn't be like, oh, he's 40% recovered. You'd probably think I'm a little more recovered.
Savon's like, are you recording me? He's like, you're right here.
Oh, well.
You need to watch the way you talk to people. Because the lady was interviewing her, and Laura got smart with her about being the best rock climber in Hungary. And the lady, and she goes, I don't care. Laura's like, I don't care what you think about me. I care about what I think about myself. And Savon just goes off.
I'm excited to go watch that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cook me right here and just keep it warm until I get warm.
That's my future right there.
Yeah, facts.
Can someone tell me the workout?
50-8, 50-10, 50-12, 50-14, 50-16, 50-18 burpees, 50 max, 50 max.
Y'all can have fun with that.
So it goes
I'm just here
from
for a good
8 to-
time.
Every 2 by 8 sets. Oh, this is pretty much just the that ski and swim workout. What was it called from 2022? But yeah, this is the same thing. Workout.
Yeah, 8, 10, 12.
Wait, we're starting at 8 burpees?
Yeah.
What?
What's the point of starting at 2?
I thought that's what you said.
No, that's just gonna waste. That's just gonna waste
So,
time.
I think I should do 50 and 1, 52, 53.
To how many?
To how many rounds y'all
To
doing?
10.
You don't gotta do one burpee.
Yeah, like
How about 2, 4, 6, 8?
The swimming is plenty for me. The swimming itself.
He's got a bad finger.
Did you get that standard? You feel like you stepped on something? Because that's what I've heard. It feels like when you blow it.
Yeah, it's like you'll either hear a pop or you think you kicked someone behind you.
You,
And I
you
got
think
the
you
kick.
stepped on something? Someone?
I thought I kicked my judge. Like I thought when I jumped, I hit his clipboard or something. And then once that happened and I landed, just from playing basketball my whole life and hearing about people rupturing Achilles, I was like, my Achilles is gone.
just because like I haven't swam.
I love these videos where Hiller's like putting the interviews inside of the vlog. I think it's like a really cool style. It's pretty engaging.
Surgery, really? I swam once, but like, dude, the first like 50s on the rounds of like 8, 10, 12 were awful. My best ones, so I felt the best, were like rounds 14 and 16.
Like
Bro,
so, then a little
where
bit.
is it?
That's good.
Where's Leahy live?
I'm trying to determine how much water is in my lunch right now.
I wonder if I could find out where Leahy
What are
lives.
you doing down there?
I'm looking for a good spot to lay.
Why are you on the ground?
I used that for the first time I did.
Got nutty comments and he said,
I'm looking
dude, I got
right
3
now.
on my first max round.
3 burpees.
Leahy.
It wasn't like I had an avoidance of rebounding box jumps. It wasn't like I had an overload of running or jumping leading up to semis. I never had Achilles tendinopathy, or tendinitis. So there's like all the common things that you would think of, I didn't have. It's as simple as it was just kind of a freak accident. It just happened.
I feel like he's somewhere from
So
Western U.S.
why do you think someone like Henrik or Gabby's go?
It
Or
could have been the same thing. I mean, I don't know them. I don't know their situations. Like they could have had some tendinitis or pain in the Achilles or whatever.
See how he's like
Typically, it
bouncing
starts if you get
each time at the
tendinitis
top
or you'll
of
have
the box.
pain.
I
Like
thought
that
this
tendon is
step-up
literally
thing
like
was-
micro fraying, and so it's weakening.
I thought this step up thing was really, or like the step down standard from a 30-inch box was really dumb. I think you probably could have got the same exact stimulus and allowed them to jump off with like a 36-inch box. I really don't think anybody would have been rebounding 36 in a workout like this. Maybe I'm wrong. If they could have tested it and maybe gone up to like 38, maybe even 40. I don't know, but I just think there was a way to do it where you didn't have them like stepping off. I thought the step off was one really unathletic. Like it's just kind of like who would ever do that if you're not required to? So I think they probably should have done it more like a 36, 38-inch box and just had them jump over. Because I mean, they made this standard so no one would tear their Achilles rebounding, and then somebody tore their Achilles because he was like bouncing,
And then it just
twisting at
takes
the top
one
of the
hard
feet.
contraction, jumping off a 48-inch thing, like in a pogo style way, and it's just pop. So that could happen. Also, like you could have nothing like what I had, and it could still go. It's just the nature of the sport and the risk you're willing to take.
You're programming Colin's marathon training? Sure. Is that what I heard?
I might have been. I think it was 8 miles at like 10-minute miles or
Is
something.
that like a couch to 5K sort of run program?
Oh, what?
Okay,
Yeah, it's couch to marathon in a month.
We're back stronger than ever.
She said that?
That sucks. It sucks doing that not where you live too, because then you gotta like change your flights, go jump up to the airport, jump on a flight, fly home, get an MRI, meet your surgeon, get them to read it, schedule surgery, and then you have the surgery, and then from that point on it's recovery. But everything up until that point just feels like a waste because it's like not healing.
Have you spoken to either of those two, Gabby or Henrik? Has that just happened 2-3 days ago?
Yeah, I reached out to Henrik and just told him, like, dude, I know you got a lot going on, and I'm sure you're getting a lot of messages, but, like, I'm doing the same thing you're doing, and I'm 5 months ahead of where you're at right now. So, like, if you need any way that I can help you out, let me know. Like, if you have any questions on anything, or, like, how did you train this? What did you stay away from? When were you walking? When did you start PT? All of it, just let me know. Because, like, I've had people who reached out to me and helped me with it, too. That was beneficial. So to be able to do the same, like, it's almost what you should do.
So what y'all think about there's two?
I know, dude. Henrik and Gabby. Crazy.
You got any words of wisdom for those two, Dennis? Dennis, right?
Dennis. You know,
the two Achilles that happened at Rogue, I wanted to make a video about that, but I just didn't get around to it because I was really busy at the time. But I think I'm going to make one about the Achilles stuff because I got some stuff to say, and I might put it on this channel. But yeah, I guess that's a topic for another time.
think a long way. Be patient. Conservative. Don't rush anything. But really, like, focus on just getting that range of motion back and taking things slow. It's not going to happen overnight. You just have to kind of accept it.
How long have you been with Bill for?
Like middle of June, I guess, or end of June.
A couple times a week.
4 months. 2-3 times a week. I mean, my background has always been like sports medicine. Worked a little bit with like professional sports, NFL, NBA.
Pretty good progress, you'd say, on his part?
Dude, I've seen in my career, I've seen a lot of Achilles injuries, and like this is definitely at the top of the list. But to his credit, I mean, I don't have many people that work as hard as this guy. Makes my job a lot easier.
Dennis actually reached out to me after I hurt myself and was just like, hey, dude, if you ever need help or anything, like, I'm here for it. I get where you want to go back to. So, and that was honestly a big, like, kind of reeled me in a little bit because he's like, I understand you want to get back to the games and what that takes. Like, I do CrossFit every day kind of thing. So that definitely lended me to look into him. I think I went straight from my 6-week checkup appointment to his place right after that to start PT.
It's like sweet scar.
Yeah.
You massage that thing?
They cut me pretty big. Yeah, PT does actually. I really don't that much.
It's a pretty easy test to determine whether or not you're having a torn Achilles. You think nailed it?
It's called the Thompson's test, but they squeeze a calf. And it's like if you have movement in your toe when you squeeze your calf, because all of this is attached, then you do it. And so they squeeze my right one and move. They squeeze the left one. There's nothing. I'm sure Henrik and Gabby probably have the same test done to them.
So they're probably well aware whether or not they have a blown out Achilles at this point.
Yeah, I was telling them before, I was like, hey, even right as it happened across the finish line, I was like, I tore my Achilles. And they're like, I don't know, like, what's wrong? And I like, what hurts? And I was like, no, I think I ruptured my Achilles. And they're like, I don't think you would have been able to finish. Like, rightfully so, anybody would say that. But I was like, I think my Achilles is torn. And they're like, do you need help walking off the floor? And I was like, that was kind of the moment that I knew it wasn't over. Like, I knew I wasn't going to quit. I was going to come back. And it was kind of like a sign that I was like, I'm not going to receive help walking off of this floor because this won't be the last time.
Did you throw up?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
Just got Tetla.
All that Celsius?
No. I was just kind of joking around. No, no deal. Oh, Scott! Oh, I released it. The demons have been released. Oh, you're good now? Yeah. Hey, attaboy!
Dude, where are these guys?
Get the demons out in the day!
I didn't know that window opened like that.
I know, right? Thanks for the support, guys.
What's the hardest part of it going through the recovery process?
You saying specifically for the rehab and all? For my ankle?
For you, Bill.
For me? Holding back the reins, honestly.
So while you're doing that, what do you do to keep your fitness levels up?
CrossFit.
I mean, you get creative with it all. I mean, I skied.
Looking on his Instagram.
So once I got my stitches out, I was a lot of sweat, but I still was no weight bearing for 4 weeks. And I had like a little like prosthetic leg that I wore. And I like one-legged skied 6 times a week. You can tell if you like put something over the top.
I can't figure out where
So it's
he
like,
lives.
see the height of
Somewhere on the west.
like where my right heel got to, and then the height of where my left heel got to.
Oh,
Hold on. So you're right about here. See that one's lower? Look. That one's getting about to the case. And that one's lower. See?
So then you focus on that while running.
Yeah. So it's like I gotta pick it up. Like you can see that one's lower than the one on the right hand side. So it's like I gotta focus on picking that up. That's also gonna come back with strength too. When it gets stronger, it's not gonna be as hard to pick the other heel up. But right now, with it being weaker, I expect compensation. It's not gonna be perfect because that means they'd be like equal strength.
Yeah.
But it's just something I need to be conscious of. Try to keep my conditioning up. And then after that, I was able to ski with 2 legs, start echo biking. So then once you do that, I mean, you're good to go. You can echo ski. And then rowing became a thing, bike erging.
I'm hearing a lot of machines, so it's just machine work.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of it.
Yeah. And then you start, like, I'm starting to be able to burpee and that sort of stuff.
Still up, dog.
Sorry. You're on the phone with.
Oh, just listening to a voice memo.
Gotcha. When do you wake up today?
What time?
Yeah.
5.
5?
Yeah.
You know, this dude just like rolls out of bed and comes in here. Yeah.
That's rough.
I think it's the craziest thing.
I mean, how many hours at night do you sleep?
9, 10.
9, 10.
I think I'm just jealous more than anything because he gets more sleep that way.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I gotta like wake up.
I need like a solid 3 hours before I get started.
How many? 3? Just like moving around.
Being awake. I usually am up at 4:30.
And not hear this one. All right.
Bill doesn't want to. He doesn't want to race this morning. Yeah, which he's gonna freaking end up racing no matter what. He always does.
How long do you warm up before you do this, or is that thing just good to go on something like this? The Achilles.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Fine.
Bill 5 months ago would do better than what today. But if you're just talking about aerobic fitness, I'm definitely more conditioned right now. I got cleared to squat 6 weeks ago. Now I had been squatting before then, but it was like, so everything I do, the first time I do it, there's always compensation with it because it's like this side I had been protecting for so long, whether that was getting hurt, going through rehab, all of it. It's like protecting the side. So everything I did was not aligned and not straight. And like the name of the game is be symmetrical. So I did spend time before the previous 6 weeks squatting, but it was like trying to be even because it's like knee heights are different because ankle flexion is different on each side. It's just all of it. So you have hip shift. So like I spent time being even. And then once I was able to get even, which was about 6 weeks ago, I started a squat cycle because I wanted to get my legs back under me. That I was going to do a 7-week squat cycle to where I could get my numbers about where they were before. And then once I did that, I'm going to jump into like a real squat cycle. But this one I have been doing, I have gone without a belt and I always belt above like 80% or so. But I squatted like 400 for 2 without a belt and it was like pretty easy. And that would have been a heavy double without a belt before for me. So I'd say my legs are honestly pretty close to what they were before.
400. Come on, who's next?
Like you'd prefer your group with your workouts, with your goal.
Yeah. It's like almost an unspoken thing, but it's like, yeah, everybody comes in here knowing that like obviously they're going to do what I do, but in the same breath, which is good. It's like they feel like they have a part in it. And it also gives like reliability on my part. Like I feel like I got to like do this for them in some sense because it's like
do what for them?
Like I don't know exactly what that means, but be good,
dude. This is
because it's almost like
they got like a bunch
literally
of
they have a part in it. There's no almost to it, I guess. They honestly, everybody who shows up here has a part in me being as good as I am, and that sort of stuff. So, and it's just way easier to do with someone.
I mean, I wouldn't say this is the same stimulus as Chad, but yeah. To do Chad yesterday and do this today is kind of crazy.
I love that they're doing it at Planet Fitness.
On a good day, you'll get to like 150. I'm done with it.
Wouldn't that be a bad day?
No, it's a good day. A bad day where I'm like fatigued or I just worked out like 60. Colin's gonna be like 180 when we're done.
How many is it?
Bro, I cannot go to these types of gyms. Oh man, I've tried to do the Stairmaster a few times. I've tried to do like bodybuilding stuff at like this type of gym, and like the vibe is just so bad. I can't even I don't even feel comfortable in there. Like I feel like someone who's never been to the gym before when I go to these, because I've just been doing CrossFit exclusively for so long that like this feels like a foreign planet to me.
A week do you do this?
Right now, probably like 3.
What's a membership here cost?
24. It's like nothing.
Pretty worth it.
Yeah.
It's empty in here.
I haven't
Or
going anywhere
a
but
lot.
right here.
That's like 9.
I was doing this like 12, like 11, 12 weeks after surgery. So pretty early.
Always 30 minutes.
No, it's been an hour.
You got an hour on here?
We're doing 90 before, but it's fluctuated here or there.
How long were you in there for?
34 minutes.
How long was the workout?
30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Is that about right?
Got her done. Yeah, pretty much.
No wasting time?
Time to waste. No time to waste. We gotta eat and do it again.
Gotta eat something and work out 15 minutes after.
Jesus. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
Eat and work out.
Yeah,
That's a talent in itself.
maybe a learned talent's the better way to put it.
How many people would you say you kind of have filtered through here on a given month?
Month? I mean, there's regulars, so, but upwards, probably more than 20, I would say. Yeah, 20 different people. I would say more than that. I mean, since you've been here, it's probably been like 15 different people or more.
Yeah, the end of the third.
You say you carried Bill on that workout?
What was that?
You carried Bill on that workout, right?
Yes, I did. Why? Yes, I did. Why?
Bill will see how much pain you're in and base how hard he goes off of making you hurt.
You know what that's called?
What's that called?
You're getting put in the vortex. He put you in the vortex.
I know. That's like.
You guys ever heard that before? Getting put in the vortex?
Clouds become the Leahy player then.
What is that?
Slack block.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
What inspired you to use that?
Very, very useful tool. Honestly, my foot, actually.
So you just went on Rogue and you're like, this looks good, I'll use this, or?
I mean, no, I looked around and all that sort of stuff and kind of figured it out, but these are something that are pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of like intricate small things, like the little thing by the garbage can. I bet you nobody has that. You think anybody has those little wooden things?
No.
Yeah. Those are cool.
Is that a top secret?
Yeah, we could leave it.
It's a top secret?
We could leave it out.
It's good to have some secrets. It'll be like the Fraser wheel of death.
Oh, yeah.
The spinning wheel. It's like the punching whatever.
Yeah, I know. Think about it. I mean, those could play along the same lines as that. Granted, I'd have to be as good as him, so I don't know about that. But still, those are neat.
Oh, yeah, correct.
It's not a coincidence that what that works, I'm really, really good at, too.
We don't believe in coincidences.
Yeah, sure.
They're still kind of sore from Saturday. And then this morning,
Wait, don't put this one on there.
Which one?
this little thing.
Secret's getting put on the board right now.
Don't worry about it.
What is it?
Got a camera going, I think.
It's not anything crazy.
Why don't you want people to know?
Secrets.
I don't know.
I'll turn it off.
I guess we got November, December, January, February, March.
The heck
Don't really
was
count
that?
much, so 4 more months. Yeah, should be plenty good to go.
No worries.
Why didn't he want him to put the workout on the board? I'm gonna go to the comments, see if people talk about this. I'll go to the comments after. Why didn't he want him to put it on the board? My only guess is it was somebody else's workout that he didn't want to like people to know that he was taking something from somebody else, or he feels like he's Fraser and he's got some sort of secret workout that would, if he gave it away, it would take away his ability to become the best ever.
Yeah. No, I mean, go before then.
You've heard the rumors about online seasons?
Yeah, here or there. Yeah.
Whatever.
At this point, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goal is the same. Go to the games.
Go to the games.
You figure the Achilles will be no issue, no big deal.
No, I never thought about it affecting me for next year. No. I mean, quite frankly, I feel like I've benefited a lot in a lot of ways with it.
Benefited from having the injury.
Yeah, honestly. More
How do you
so
benefit from having an injury?
headspace, just like how I look at it and all that sort of stuff.
Look at what?
Competing, and just all of it. I feel a little more relaxed going into this year. Like, I don't want to say there was a lot of pressure, but there was high expectations. And with that always comes the feeling of hanging on to things and you trying to have the correct outcome. And so when that does, it just sometimes makes you be so tight and anxious about it and all of that. And sometimes you need to let go to be free. And then that's when you really can be your best version of yourself. And I think that mentally has showed me a lot with it.
It forced you to let go?
Yeah, forced me to let go. Because when you think about it, like, flew home and I was home for a week before I had surgery. So like I wasn't recovering. I wasn't working towards anything. And it's like nothing. And then it really shows you what matters in life and on the scale of things, like how low CrossFit actually is. And I think that just helped me kind of let it go in a sense that allows me to be free. And so like I'm doing everything as I was before, but it's like I don't feel like I have the same amount of pressure I put on myself. So like it's okay to take a risk, kind of. And before it was like hold everything tight and stay really strong with it. And I think sometimes that led me to have like bad first event performances, because it's like it didn't matter.
Sometimes? You mean like every time?
Yeah. So it's like it didn't matter what the next events were. I always did better on them, and it wasn't because of like skills. It was or physically. It was mentally. That's something that I've always had in my life. It's kind of crazy, but it was always like my dad always said, it was like 80% mental for you, 20% physical. Like it was like 20% make sure you're in shape, make sure your skills for basketball are good, and it was 80% mental for you, because it's like obviously I was God gifted and I have a lot of abilities, and I think that it led to a lot of things that come easy to me. A few things I'm bad at, a few things were hard, and for me it was just always a mental game. So I think being hurt helped me with that. And then obviously there's physical attributes that's come from it, such as like all my upper body endurance, pulling, strength's got way better, conditioning's got way better, that sort of stuff.
I still beat you on push-up workouts though.
No, not even close.
It was pretty close.
This is when you need to clip the.
Got 7 left. Is that Grant? Gotta go.
Nice. Word.
Yeah, no, I know. Just be falling over like
Yeah, no, that was like you were like, yeah, like 40% slower than me or something in that workout.
Yeah, that's your top secret workout, right?
Yeah.
I got nothing else. You got anything you want to say on here?
I think I'm good. I'll be back.
Back better?
Way better.
Yeah. Cool.
You're telling me you would let.
You're being serious. Okay, what's my mile? What's my mile with the ruck?
I think you run around. I think you run sub 6 with the ruck. Like 550s.
I don't.
I appreciate your confidence.
Here's the bet.
Okay.
Andrew, Colin, 1 mile per time. Colin wears a ruck. Loser,
Cue ball.
shave it.
What's your PR mile?
Me?
Yeah.
Best ever?
Yeah.
5:15.
What do you think you can
But I was 180 pounds.
It counts. So it counts for you.
What?
His PR mile is way faster.
No, he's 35 on steroids. It doesn't work out anymore.
33.
You could beat him.
But everything else was right.
Yeah.
Like, how much would you say ruck slows you down?
Not much. Not that much.
In what world?
40 seconds. I can run a 540 mile with the ruck.
40 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means I need a 520 mile.
Do you understand that? I feel like at the games you were like betting your life that you could beat Tia, and she was 525.
All right. Is that what you think? You think?
Oh, they didn't do it? That would have been good. That would have been a good bit.
Imagine being in 3rd grade and
Hey,
the teachers look around the
autoplay.
class and say, hey, what do you want to be?
Influencer.
The teacher's like, what?
Go back. I want to read the comments. If my computer can keep up. Honestly, your athlete videos are absolute best of any CrossFit media channel. Yeah, he's been doing good. Hiller's been killing it with these. I'd love to see him get some more like bigger guys. I think sometimes they're a little bit worried to be associated with him because he's like negative. Yeah, I'm so excited to see how Bill does. He like I was at that West Semi when he tore his Achilles, and it looked like he was gonna. I'm gonna go look at what he got in the first couple events, if it still has it up, because I think that he was looking like he was going to be close, if not qualify. Let's go. 2024 semifinals. North America West. Let's see where he ended up. Still ended up in 29th. That's so crazy. Yeah, so he had 29th, 11th, and a 5th. And then he probably would have done pretty well on the last few. I think he probably could have been close, if not qualify. But then again, at this semifinal, there was a big gap between Colton and Tristan, which I think 9 qualified. And there's a big gap here. But yeah, he was looking like he was going to qualify. I'd love to see how he does in the future. He looks good. Let's go back to the comments. Also, Leahy has the coolest gym and what looks like crew. It looks sick. I would love to have like a bunch of friends like that just train together and have like a sick garage gym or barn gym. That felt like old, like that right there, like felt like old CrossFit vibes. Not like one person training in like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this person comments, all CrossFit Games competitions for both safety and fittest in the world prerequisites should have a basic level swimming qualification. If you can't prove of a 10 by 100 meter long course repeats on 130, you can't compete. That's roughly an 11 to 12-year-old levels of swimming's main set. Or just scrap swimming altogether. Something has to change. It's cringe to watch. And then Hiller responds, that would not have made much of a difference for the reason I'm assuming you're making. Which is true because I think he's probably talking about Lazar, and he was like by far the best swimmer there. So he would have definitely qualified for that. I think they just need to cut the open water swims, honestly. That's just my opinion. Andrew, if not for you and pieces like this, I would have no particular interest in Bill. And as it stands, I'm really rooting for this dude. Yeah, isn't it crazy how just like the media around an athlete can make you like care so much? Like for some reason, I find myself like more invested in like Leahy and like Guy than I am around like Adler and Pepper. Like for some reason the media around them, like Adler and Pepper are better than Guy and Bill Leahy, but like I'm more interested in this. You know, there's something I always say, and that is, you know how girls always watch like dramas or like reality TV shows? Sports is that for guys. If you like, the only reason you like watching sports, any of you, is because you like stories and you like drama and you like, it's all the same thing as like a reality TV show or a drama show. It's just a slightly different tune. Because did you know something? If we stopped having like basketball and football and stuff games right now, would you go back and watch all the seasons from like the 2000s and on? Probably not, because you already know what happens. You're not that invested in watching every single game. But this year, you're going to go watch every single NFL game because you're interested in the story that's going to unfold. It's literally just drama shows for dudes or people who like sports. So, and this is the thing CrossFit's missing. They think we're going to care about the games with no story around it. Nobody cares. Like, you got to make a story around it or let people bet on it. My other favorite's Hatfield, again, because you made it possible to get inside his world. Would it be possible for you to do another piece on Austin? Did he do one on Austin? I don't think I watched that one. Let me go see. Austin Hatfield, who took 9th at the games this year. Let me check. No, it was higher than that. Or maybe it was 10th. No, it was 10th, I think. Yeah, 10th. Which I don't think the programming was great for him this year. So, you know, in the future, that's. See if he did one on Austin Hatfield. I might have watched it. That would have been a couple months ago. Oh, yeah, Road to the Games, 24.2. I never watched that. I don't know why. Okay, well, this is not all I'm going to do on this channel is just watch Hiller videos. This is just so I can get the ball rolling. And I told myself I was going to stream every day for the rest of December or post something on this channel every day until the end of December at least. So, but I do have hopefully some more kind of better and more well put together stuff on here on this channel. But maybe that's going to be it for today. Or maybe I should go watch I'm thinking about going. I wonder what I can get away with watching. Like, could I watch Gabby's could I watch Gabby's vlogs, or would I get copyright stricken for that? Oh, I do want to watch this too. Oh no, I did watch that. Let's go check out what's the guy's name? Team Richie. Oh. Because he had a news thing. Am I allowed to watch this? Am I going to get like in trouble for watching this? Do I even want to watch this? Dude, Team Richie, when I freaking started CrossFit in like 2019, this dude was killing it. So good. I'm going to watch it, and if I get taken down or in trouble, then whatever. But just so I don't get taken down, potentially, this is off of Team Richie's YouTube channel. Go watch his stuff. He posts a lot of good stuff. He's got a lot of good like athlete access and relationships and stuff. So hopefully he doesn't get me taken down.
What's going on, legends? Welcome back to another functional fitness news video. It's been a very
I'm already pissed off. Why do you call it functional fitness? We know what you're talking about. We know how you got your freaking name. We know how you got 300,000 subscribers. You don't want to call it CrossFit? CrossFit posted a freaking video about you. Hyped you up. Probably got you freaking tons of subscribers. You've used the word CrossFit over and over again. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to watch this video and I'm going to be pissed off. And then I'm going to go read the comments and get even more pissed off. Frick, man. Okay. Let's go.
A long while, I know, and I'm here to rectify that by making one today.
I say I'm just fired up to be here today.
Cheers to that. Hold on. Biscuit tea, as it's getting colder here in the UK, is a necessity to survive the winter. It's like a David Attenborough show. Here is a British man surviving the winter, staying warm with his cup of tea. On the internet, this is what I wanted to talk about first, is Shaquille O'Neal. In his career of playing basketball, he hit over 12,000 baskets, and only one of them was a three-pointer. That's a fact that I read the other day that I was like, damn, feel like more of the world should know about that. Not for any reason other than pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool.
Inbound, Shaq the catch. He's gonna fire a three. Yeah. Obviously, if you do CrossFit or any sort of functional fitness, it usually makes you more athletic. That's kind of the deal and how we look at it. We look at ourselves as athletes. Isn't that right, Sam Dancer? Incredible video. Made me laugh when I first watched it. If you missed the news about the new bit of Concept 2 equipment that is being launched, I don't know when it is. Obviously, we have the bike erg,
gosh,
the rower, the ski erg. They've just promoted a strength erg. A strength erg, yes. It actually look. You know what? I want to try.
Have you seen this strength erg thing? Strength erg thing? It is insane.
That's the first thing.
Why is this what they made?
Strength erg, yes. It actually,
I have,
you know what?
Ideas for like 4 different ergs they could have made, and this is what they chose. Let's see if I can find a freaking picture of it. Yeah, look at this. It's like a leg press, and then it's like a upright row, or I mean, yeah, whatever row. I don't even know if it tracks like calories and stuff, or meters, or what the heck it is, but out of all of the ergs they could have made, why this one? I actually do know why. I watched a video that they posted, and they were talking about how it's more fitting to their current, to like because all the people that work at Concept 2 are getting older. They felt like they wanted something that would fit their current lifestyle or whatever, which I feel like you still should do just regular workouts when you get old. You can still ski and bike and row and other stuff. But this is interesting.
And a bit of a row, and you can do some chest. It'll be interesting to see in the future when they run it out how it will be used in a competition setting. I feel like it could be a good way to calibrate strength, but then a barbell probably looks cooler than this machine. Like,
yeah, I don't think
looking machine ever. It looks like it should be in an old people's home. But not here to judge.
Yeah.
People look at me on the internet and say that I'm very outgoing and that I have a lot of confidence, but actually,
okay, I don't know why my computer's being so slow. It looks like it should be in an old person's home, and I love that he used the picture from the CrossFit Games main site from like 2019. And honestly, I don't think anybody in CrossFit is going to be using this Concept 2 erg. So yeah, I don't think anybody's going to. I don't think CrossFit's their target market for the strength erg or whatever they're called.
Not here to judge. People look at me on the internet and say that I'm very outgoing and that I have a lot of confidence, but actually I have crippling anxiety. So you never know. No, but obviously in the space of functional fitness, we have seen the adoption of all of the ergs. I'm going to be interested to see if we get the adoption of the strength erg or not. I feel like it's a great invention, more for the older generation to keep strength in their muscles. You know what I mean? Like I could.
You know how the older generation can keep strength in their muscles? Just doing regular workouts. I don't think you need a special erg for old people. They can just row and whatever to whatever level that they can.
Could see this at commercial gyms and at old people's
I could see that.
Also, the promo video was a absolute classic corporate video with the corporate music that had me nodding along the whole time. You know, like the cat. Absolute banger. All right, now let's talk about athletes. Recently, we've had a few athlete retirements.
I apologize for the eating sound. I'll be back in a minute. Dog's getting the gains in.
At the Rogue Invitational, we had class dismissed from the Professor Brent Fikowski, or as my dad called him, Mike Wazowski.
Let's get crazy! Smoke weed every day.
A moment that will always stick in my heart from Brent, probably not one for him, is his running style. I think when he was against, when it was that clip where Sam Briggs was there and whatever, and it will always just high knees, big arms, you know what I'm saying? Prior to the Rogue Invitational, the 9-time CrossFit Games, 6-time top 5, and 3 podium finishes. Athlete let us know that it just feels that it's the right time. And he was retiring after the Rogue Invitational, which obviously...
I really think he's just retiring so that he can do the PFAA stuff, the Professional Fitness Athletes Association. So I think he probably could have had a few more years of being in the top 5, honestly. I think he's like 32. Probably had a year or 2, maybe 3. But yeah.
Happened. And at the Rogue Invitational, he won 1 event, 4 top 3 finishes, and finished 2nd overall. So I think that's a great way to go out. Now, in a statement from Brent Fikowski, he said, "For months, I have been splitting my time between being an athlete and the PFAA initiatives, and I've decided to make the PFAA into the success I know it can be for the next group of athletes to come after me. This is how I need to spend all of my time and efforts. Even though we won't be on the PFAA board, you have to be a competing athlete. He will be the president of the PFAA and work on making CrossFit athletes and functional fitness athletes true professionals." Sidebar, obviously, after the CrossFit Games, the PFAA made a good few demands. I think from where it goes, CrossFit was radio silent on their demands. And then obviously from the recent report, if you watched the last video, we heard that they're going to put together their own sort of athlete council, CrossFit are. So that's a kick in the teeth to the PFAA. And then recently, they've posted the PFAA that they are not happy. And they spoke about a big point that actually has come up over the past couple of...
This is so funny to me. Like, just the way it's worded, it literally just sounds like something out of a joke, or like it almost sounds sarcastic. The PFAA board is disappointed with CrossFit's like it sounds like how my mom talks to me when she's mad at me. The PFAA, or my dad, it's the way my dad talks to me when my mom's mad at me. The PFAA is disappointed with CrossFit's lack of transparency. You know, your mother's disappointed with you never doing the dishes. And they didn't even say anything. Like, they made these demands that CrossFit, that like of these things that they wanted them to do. And then CrossFit didn't do them. And then they just said they're disappointed. This is how my mom parents my youngest brother, because she's just over it.
That they are not happy. And they spoke about a big point that actually has come up over the past couple of weeks about should athletes do the open or boycott it. And they said that they support athletes who choose not to compete. But if you do compete, you'll get their support.
In light of CrossFit's announcements regarding safety and procedural changes at the 2025 season, some athletes may be positioned to veto the CrossFit Games. The PFAA supports athletes who choose not to compete at the CrossFit Games. Okay. some athletes may choose to compete in the CrossFit Games. The PFAA exists solely to support professional athletes in our sport and will continue to support these athletes in an individual level through continued education and professional discourse with CrossFit. Some athletes may look to explore alternative competition routes. The PFAA is engaged with the broader ecosystem of functional fitness competitions to expand opportunities for athletes competing in these spaces. Like what? Like, why are you guys even doing the CrossFit stuff anymore? Just go do the functional fitness federation, and like just hang out with like the four fans of that functional fitness stuff, and then we'll just like at some point, if you try to make, and I'm not talking about the safety stuff. I'm talking the thing that's really grinds my gears about the PFAA stuff is some stuff that they want, in my opinion, kind of goes against some of what CrossFit is. For example, I remember there was a video or there was a podcast or something, and it was either Patrick Vellner or Brent Fikowski, and they were talking about how they don't think that, or they think that there should be a like limit on the number of running or something like that, that like they think there should be a limit on the amount of volume that is allowed in a competition like the CrossFit Games. So they were saying like there's like if you're gonna run, there should never be running like over 10K or something like that, because people are more likely to get hurt. I don't remember. It was, don't take me like word for word on this, but I remember they were saying like or you can't do over like a 1,500 double unders or 1,000 double unders in a competition because of the way it could affect you later on in the workout or in the competition. And I'm like, sometimes that's kind of the point. Like, one of the things of being fit is your ability to recover, your ability to, like, we're not just testing intensity fitness. We also want to test like your like muscular endurance, your ability to recover, your like just doing just like metabolic stuff that's not damaging on the body. Like, go do the FFF or functional fitness federation stuff. But like in CrossFit, we believe in constantly varied and getting stronger in everything, even including more tolerance for volume. And that's one thing that really kind of grinds my gears about the PFAA, because I did hear somebody say that one time, and I'm like, dude, if you're worried about like over a workout with over 1,000 double unders, train for it. Get your Achilles and your calves and your knees and everything ready to do 1,000 double unders. That's kind of the point of CrossFit. Now I know that there's like certain level of, if you're doing like 50 deadlifts at 405, but still, I feel like a good programmer would know the level of, we can do this to test them, but also keep it safe in a way, because you do like maybe the appropriate number for, if you want to do 50 deadlifts for time at 405, maybe that's inappropriate. Maybe 40 is appropriate. But I mean, there is going to be some risk in doing stuff like that, but it's also like, I do workouts in my own training where I'm trying to build tolerance for something like 40 deadlifts at 405. And if you're not training to be able to do stuff like that, then I don't think you're doing CrossFit. And that's just my opinion. But yeah.
As well, it's
our demands were made with the hope of guiding the sport of CrossFit toward a stronger future. While they chose not to meet them, we remain committed to building unity among athletes and finding ways to create meaningful change together. We continue to believe in the huge benefit of a healthy and successful elite athletes for the broader CrossFit community.
Yes, I'll talk about that later on. I was very vocal about my thoughts on Dave Castro in the investigation video and what I think I feel like he should step down. I don't know. Maybe in an ideal world, I'd actually like to see Brent
Didn't want
Fikowski as the director of the CrossFit Games. I feel like his heart, brain, his cognition around all that, it's like a stab in the dark. But I feel like it could be a great thing. But it will never happen.
Agree.
I don't think. But no, I just
think
want to say
he's-
this. Brent Fikowski, thank you.
Brent is
For always being a legend on the camera, being exactly who you are on the camera as you are off the camera, being a beacon of light in this sport, and you're a legend. Legend stamp of approval. You know what I mean? And then another legend of the sport that announced her retirement in the past couple of weeks was Katrin Davidsdottir, the two-time CrossFit Games champion, and on top of that, 2 podium finishes and 10 appearances at the CrossFit Games itself.
I've been thinking about this moment for a long time, and I can't believe I'm about CrossFit.
Comes to a close. I can't.
CrossFit.
Okay,
On Instagram, she did a post, and it closes. The best is yet to come. Of her top, sled dog was the perfect. Again, I hope whatever comes next for her workout she did with you, that will stick with her forever. I've never seen her in so much pain.
I'm worth it. Look better in person.
Had a cryptic post from Chandler Smith, who is I went on his Instagram. He's an airline company. I love Chandler Smith. He has a great sense of humor. Saying, not stopping, just turning. Good run. And there was a lot of kind of supportive comments under the post. Speculation as to what he might be doing. I don't know. That's not, probably should be a better journalist, really. And then the 7-time CrossFit Games
I did see this
champion
post by
declared to me.
Yeah, I did see this post by Chandler Smith. I'm wondering what he meant by that. It does look like he's like just based off the picture, it looks like he might be done competing in CrossFit, or maybe he's done with teams, or maybe he just wanted people to talk about him. But like when I saw that, I was like, oh, it looks like he's maybe done competing at the CrossFit Games. But he's always seemed kind of like he's so good, but it always seemed like he was kind of half like in, half out a little bit to me.
Speculation as to what he might be doing. I don't know. That's not, probably should be a better journalist, really. And then the 7-time CrossFit Games champion Tia-Claire Toomey announced that she will be doing a High Rocks in a month's time with none other than James Newbury.
Hey guys, it's just under a month before I'm going down to Melbourne to do any tips, please, for seeing what will see.
Was he, how did he take it? Not the best.
Don't get too comfortable, sweetheart. I was his everything once too.
You told me that
We saw Emma Lawson and Jack will be interested.
High Rocks
Games.
All right, I'm done watching this. Does he have anything else good? Why is my computer being so slow? Okay, he's talking about the season. What's this? More season stuff. Oh yeah, I didn't pay attention to this, but I saw there was some beef going on with Luca and Chase.
Limbo a lot of people are going through, including myself, about said CrossFit. You know what I mean? Like, of the new season. People pay again, sort of thing. But some people love competing, and this is a way to compete. And, you know, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Like, even for me personally speaking about it. We had the announcement of the investigation, and then instantly, within a couple of days, the announcement of the new season. You can see it within the comments in the community. Like, people are a bit up and down, disgruntled. Some people are like,
yeah,
yes,
the community. I mean, yeah, the CrossFit, the comments definitely are like, it's like a reasonable gauge on how people are
let's
feeling.
do it. Other people are like, no, I don't stand by what CrossFit are doing. And it's kind of palpable, the moral limbo a lot of people are going through, including myself, about said CrossFit. You know what I mean? Like, I've been doing these videos for like 8, 9 years now, maybe 7, 6. Time flies when you're having fun. And I've got like over 150 million views basically talking about CrossFit and how incredible it is and showing off the athletes and the people in the space and the community and what it does for older people and younger people and people's fitness and how it changes their lives. And it's because it does. And that is the community. I think the disconnect right now is that people have the disconnect between the community and the CrossFit as the corporation. And like there was actually a video put out by
the community doesn't exist without the corporation, and I hate that that's true, but it is. And people don't see it, but if for some reason something like we just kind of whatever the CrossFit corporation, then if we just kind of out the CrossFit corporation, CrossFit will be dead in 10 years. Like completely dead. Everybody will just go back to kind of curls and stairs.
By Chase Ingram, which you can watch it here. He's obviously, as a bit of background, he does a lot of commentary for CrossFit. He's hired by CrossFit in some capacity. This is what he said, and it sparked a bit of backlash.
I'll say this, and I'll say it as calmly as possible. If you don't want to be a part of this season, that is fine. If you don't want to compete in the CrossFit Games anymore, that's fine. Then don't. Because just like everyone in this world, if you want to do whatever it is that makes you happy and feel like you, the best thing about this, at least in this country, is that you have the freedom to do that, to express yourself in any which way, right? But if you are out there campaigning for people to not sign up for the Open or to not become affiliates or to quit the CrossFit Games and campaigning people to join you or asking people to not do that, get the fuck out of my CrossFit community. Leave. Leave. If you don't want to do it, fine. You can do whatever you want. But if you are trying to get a banner of people to follow you to make you feel better about your decision, you're the piece of shit. Right? If you are going on social media or telling people to leave, you leave. You are no longer a part of this community. You are the problem.
On that video, I went into the comments and Luca posted, he said, I watched members of CrossFit HQ leave the Sheraton Hotel for an after party, joking and smiling around 2 days after my brother drowned with no one to help him. You got paid to say this, we are not the same. And Chase Ingram replied,
I mean, do you not want people to smile for like a month after your brother dies? A year? 2 years? I mean, I understand how that could be hurtful, but also in some capacity, like people can't just not smile or laugh for however long.
You're right about one thing, we are not the same, and that's okay. Another comment underneath by Lena Richter, who is
people don't sign up to
Games
the season doesn't mean they give up on the sport or give up on the community. I think campaigning for people to not sign up is just as fair as saying you need to save the community.
Fleet said just because people don't sign up to the season doesn't mean they will give up on the sport or give up on the community. I think campaigning for people to not sign up is just as fair as saying you need to save the community. Josh Alshamar, he was a CrossFit Games winner on a team, said the word community gets thrown around a lot to pull at heartstrings and to make people feel guilt when something is not right. A real community is open and transparent. A community listens and a community acts with the greater good of the majority in mind. Our community has been broken because of the lack of communication and empathy, 2 things that are poorly expressed in this video. Man, it sucks because while I love CrossFit, I don't love any of this. I mean, my take on the video is probably that if your moral compass says, I don't stand by what's gone on at CrossFit HQ and how they've been handling the situation and what happened at the CrossFit Games, I'm not going to do the Open, that's fine. But trying to hold an organization accountable, bringing up points. Like, I felt like this post was very directed towards what Luca has been saying. Like, if you can't openly discuss something, right, and say, this is what I feel, you can make your own mind up, sort of thing. And also, if opinions aren't voiced and we just sweep everything under the rug and carry on like everything was normal, and we don't protest in a way that we feel like we should, how does justice or meaningful change ever happen?
What is justice and meaningful change at this point, though? Like actually, I like Dave Castro gets fired. Then is everybody just back on ship? Everybody's back on board? Is that it? Like, if they were to fire Dave Castro right now, would all these people that are down here in this comment section whining and saying how terrible blah 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 is, would that all just go away? Like, is that what the justice is? Him getting fired? Him going to jail?
I don't know. I don't love any of this. I'm not gonna lie, I can hate it. Like, it's just like, I don't think that was necessary, that video. Like, the way the swearing and just like, I thought this comment kind of, what's with the gatekeeping? We're a community of people that hold ourselves accountable. What is wrong with holding the leadership accountable? Are we expected to support them no matter what? No. It's perfectly okay to criticize headquarters, to withhold your money from headquarters, and to demand change. Here's a thought that's just come into my mind. Say if CrossFit just disappeared tomorrow, okay? The organization, the games, the open, blah, blah, blah. Would there still be a community? 100%.
No.
Like, the CrossFit gyms would just...
There wouldn't be. There wouldn't be. I think that within like 10 years, you would have no community. There would maybe still be some like box types gyms, but there would be no community. We all are like uniting under the word CrossFit. Maybe if we still use that word, probably not. I think that the community would be gone within 10 years.
Just be functional fitness gyms and still have the same amazing people in them. You know, all those local competitions, the grassroots ones that we see all around that bring people together, and they would still exist. And that's honestly like the beating heart of the like competitive CrossFit community, you know?
No,
we have the Dubai Fitness Championships. Go.
Because all of this is literally just, all CrossFit is just like one entity that kind of like ties everything together. Without it, it wouldn't exist. I'm going to make a whole video on this.
Going on right now, that's not a CrossFit sanctioned event. That's just a functional fitness event with a lot of the big CrossFit athletes at crushing workouts. When looking at Wadapalooza, did I see this the other day? Maybe I'm wrong. When looking at the TYR Wadapalooza Fitness Festival, they don't mention that they're a CrossFit affiliated thing either, but all of the big CrossFit.
I really don't care about Wadapalooza. I never watched it, never anything. Same with Dubai. I think the only two I really care about are Rogue and the CrossFit Games. Like, I care more about semifinals than I do Wadapalooza.
Athletes will be there. We've seen all the posts. Like, I don't know, legends. I don't know.
You know what he just said? The top CrossFit athletes. He can't even like undo them from CrossFit, even when he's trying to. He just called them CrossFit athletes. You know how you know them? You know how you even know they exist? Because of CrossFit and the CrossFit Games. Without it, I wouldn't know who they are. You think that like me sitting over here is gonna know who Moritz Fiebig is without him going to the CrossFit Games? oh, he did like a couple like small functional fitness competitions in Europe. And you think I'm going to care about that? I only know the name because he went to the games. And I think that... Okay, let's go ahead.
It's I think what I want to say on this topic is, if I feel like you have to stand up for what you believe in, and if you're not doing the open, you're not part of the community. I'll tell you that. If you don't participate.
But if you're not doing the open, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of, I mean, I don't really care that much about the open, to be honest. But if you're not doing the open, why? This is one of the things, like, I feel like you need to make, man, it's hard. It's hard because I really don't know. Like, if you want something to change within CrossFit HQ, which I do, I want things to change within CrossFit HQ. Maybe not the same things, but I want some things to change. Like, how are you supposed to make it known? Or, like, make it known what you want changed? Because, yeah, you could not do it, but...
Late in the season. You know, it's if your way of standing up to CrossFit and saying, I don't agree with what you're doing, is not entering the open this year and giving them $20, $30, whatever it is.
What don't you agree with, dude?
I also don't know how you hold CrossFit.
Like, maybe he's about to say this. Hold on.
Accountable any other way in a way, if that makes sense, because demands from, say, the PFAA and people voicing their opinion online, really, like, there's... I'm very excited for Wadapalooza. I'll put it that way. I'm seeing the posts of the teams and the athletes that are competing, and its new location on South.
Yeah. Okay. I want CrossFit to have a media team that produces high quality content, something high quality that people actually want to watch, not some like boring, like garbage, like something that will get views, something that will get you to know the word CrossFit, something that will get people who don't do CrossFit to see, oh, the word CrossFit. I want CrossFit to make videos like that once a week. Okay? So I'm just not going to sign up for the open. I'm not going to tell, I'm not going to like, I'm not going to, maybe I'll make like a couple comments online about it, and then I'm just not going to sign up for the open. Like and maybe this is on CrossFit, but they have no way for anybody to like voice the way that we should be, like, that we want them to be moving. But like I said, okay, this is what I want, and I'm just not going to sign up for the open. How are they going to know? How is there going to be any way for that to change? My gym, my home gym, my gym that I go to is a High Rocks affiliate. It's like $50 or something. They do like 3 High Rocks classes a week. The amount of people that come in and say, oh, this is a High Rocks gym. This is a High Rocks gym. I saw High Rocks online. Wow, I saw High Rocks online and it looks fun. Wow, I saw High Rocks online and it looks cool. I saw High Rocks online and it looks like something I want to try. I saw High Rocks online and I want to try it. I saw High Rocks online and all the girls looked really, really good. So I'm going to try it. Oh, I saw High Rocks online and this is what's happening. And we're just getting floods of people into my gym. You know how many people have come in and said, oh, I saw CrossFit online and I want to try it. 0 in the last 6 months that I've been going to this gym. Not a single one. CrossFit has done nothing. And this is a complete rant. But dude, people are coming into our gym because of the word High Rocks. Not a single person in the last 6 months has come into our gym because of the word CrossFit. You know how much better CrossFit is than High Rocks? A million times better. But nobody's coming into our gym because of the word CrossFit. And there's 5 people a week that are coming in because of the word CrossFit. I mean, High Rocks. So I want a media team that's going to get people that come into my freaking affiliate because of the word CrossFit. But no. So I want change. So what you guys are suggesting is me just not sign up for the Open. There's like maybe like CrossFit's got to come up with a better way. Either CrossFit's got to gain some vision and just figure out how to do the crap on their own, or they need to figure out a way to hear like meaningful stuff from like people within the community, because it's insane. Why are people coming into our gym because of High Rocks? High Rocks is not as cool, in my opinion. Oh, man.
South Beach, and I'm like, damn, I can't wait to go see that. Because I fucking love this shit. You know what I'm saying? This community needs to we need to bring people together right now and do some freaking fitness. What do you guys think? I always like reading the comments and seeing kind of your opinions, because we all have different ones, and that's what brings debate.
All right.
Maybe in
the comments. CrossFit is dying rapidly. High entry costs, horrible press recently. Peak CrossFit was 10 years ago and unfortunately had poor leadership since then. Yeah, poor leaderships for sure. The high entry costs, I mean, really? My gym costs the same for High Rocks people that it does for CrossFit people. And we got 5 new members a week from the word High Rocks and 0 from CrossFit. I hear the high entry cost argument over and over again, but that's really not it. People will pay for stuff if it's worth it to them. And CrossFit is just not making it worth it to them. I agree. If CrossFit HQ disappears, the boxes will still be there, and I'll still do the training in all our local comps. And that, my friend, is the real community. First of all, maybe. Second of all, I think that let's just say I have no idea. I'm just going to make something up. 1 million CrossFitters right now. CrossFit HQ goes away. And now you've heard how I've been talking about High Rocks for the last 10 minutes. CrossFit HQ goes away. Who is promoting CrossFit to get people into CrossFit gyms? Nobody. Maybe people will come to those gyms. Probably not. There's no promotion for them. People, dude, it would shrink so bad. Us 1 million CrossFitters right now, just say, I don't know, I'm just making that up, would just be nothing within 10 years. Or maybe you'd still have like some guys doing it. Like, you know, I'm still going to do it in 10 years, but I'm not going to know who else is doing it. And I'm not going to, it would disappear. Like, okay. Honestly, I think the CrossFit brand is holding gyms back. My old CrossFit gym stopped being an affiliate with CrossFit, and ever since has exploded with customers. They have 4 locations around the city. They still do CrossFit type workouts, but have expanded to other disciplines like obstacle course training. Obstacle course training is also CrossFit. I don't know if you knew that, but just letting you know. So because they use the word CrossFit, now when they took the word CrossFit out of their gym, now they quadrupled the amount of gyms they have. I doubt that, to be honest. I'd be ecstatic if HQ went away. And to be honest, I'd be pretty surprised if they're still here in the same from 2 to 3 years from now. My local CrossFit gym stopped being affiliated with CrossFit a while ago, and they've grown immensely since branching out. Again, I think just taking the word CrossFit out is not making your gym grow immensely. The CrossFit, the company, isn't the community. The community is what CrossFit, the company, depends on. They need to realize that. I think we depend on each other. I think we depend on the HQ, and HQ depends on us. I think we've depended on HQ. Like, HQ hasn't been reciprocating within years past, but for sure, we need HQ, like I've been talking about. I will not give CrossFit any more of my money. They are happy to use and abuse their competitive athletes. I have no loyalty to their brand. I coach at my CrossFit gym because I can get membership for free, and I like Oli lifting, which I can't get anywhere else in town. HQ thinks they're bulletproof. This is not the case. It does seem like they think they're bulletproof. Like, they're just constantly screwing it up. The games operate at a loss. That's true. Okay. At this point, it would seem like there's not much. At this point, it would seem that it would not take much from an alternative or competitor, Rogue Wadapalooza, to step up and expand to cause CrossFit HQ to crumble. Since the 2024 CrossFit Games, I have seen CrossFit HQ make one decision that was in the interest of the greater CrossFit community or benefit the greater CrossFit community. It would seem that CrossFit HQ believes that the collective CrossFit community needs HQ rather than HQ needing the collective community. It is indeed their attitude. Is only a matter of time. I did CrossFit briefly before lockdown. Scuppered me. Is that an English word or something? Scuppered? I'm going to look that up. Scuppered. Meaning. Prevent from working or succeeding. That's got to be. Oh, yeah, British. Okay. For lockdown scuppered me. I've been a fan for a long time and love content like this and others in the wings. Unfortunately, I couldn't stomach what happened this year, how people were impacted, and the response since. I've watched way less content since. I really feel for those making a career creating amazing content around CrossFit. Yeah, bro. Ultimately, though, CrossFit is just a concept. High Rocks will build on this, and CrossFit truly is just functional fitness. Then other more community. I agree the conflict is with CrossFit, the corporation, and not CrossFit affiliates. Do everything to support your local affiliates if you don't agree with CrossFit, the corporation. But how is the real reason I think people are mad. There's no way to show frustration with CrossFit and how safety was handled because it's all due to getting rid of Greg in the beginning. It's a messy situation, and I feel, how can the CrossFit organization seriously put forth an athlete advisory council while ignoring the PFAA? This is about the tone deaf as you can get as an organization. Their proposed council really has nothing to do with safety and all the control over the athletes. The last thing CrossFit wants is an outside athlete organization to force more transparency. Actually, I like this comment. This is something I haven't, yeah. Hopefully, this guy says competition breeds growth. That would be good for CrossFit if there is competition. I feel like this is a good quote, or a good comment. Hopefully, CrossFit will realize how stupid they've been being with their marketing, how stupid they've been being with everything, and can figure out how to freaking fix it. Because it's going down. The community won't accept being bullied in some submission and accepting the status quo. Change, acknowledgement, acceptance. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna be done for today. Tomorrow, I am hoping to do a podcast. With some friends, and I'll have some videos from that over the next few days, just some clips, and then I'm gonna do eventually, depending on how things go, I'm gonna start doing. I'll probably keep doing some of these reactions, and then I'll probably do, hopefully, some videos where I have kind of more of a like broader topic, just one single topic, like 10 minutes of just me talking about one thing. But yeah, I'm going to post something every day until the end of December at least, and maybe keep going. But that's it for today. So peace.